Good afternoon, everyone. And before my speech, I want to ask you a question. How many of you drank from a plastic bottle today? Maybe a few, maybe many. So today, many people think about the future with technology, innovation, and leadership. But how often do you think about what we are leaving behind? To illustrate, I want to show you a short video. So maybe this video could not be played. Okay, then I will show you some pictures in this video. These pictures was created by photographer Chris Jordan. In it, the stomachs of countless dead albatross are filled with plastic pieces, like bottle caps, lighters, fragments of packaging. That moment shattered many hearts, including mine. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Because that bird didn't die from natural causes. It died from our modern convenience, that is, the plastic. So for a long time, I couldn't forget that image, and it made me realize that the story of plastic doesn't end when we throw it away. It continues in forms we rarely see. The bottles we toss, the bags we forget, and the wrappers we use for just seconds. They linger and quietly rewrite nature's story long after we moved on. And that's why, while others think about the innovation, technology, and leadership as ways to shape the future, I want to focus on something different, that is our environment. Because before we can even touch tomorrow, something else has already started to shape it. That is the quietly and invisibly microplastic. So maybe someone will ask, what is microplastic? They are tiny fragments smaller than 5 millimeters. Some are even microscopic, far too small to see with our naked eye. Microplastic don't just appear out of nowhere. They began their story as ordinary plastic. The bottle we drink from, the bag we carry, the clothes we wear. Every time we use, wash, or throw these items away, small fragments start to break off. Under sunlight, wind, and waves, those fragments become even smaller until they are no longer visible to our eyes. That's when microplastic become. These tiny pieces then travel far beyond where they were created. They drift through the rivers, settle into soil, and then float across the ocean. Scientists had even discovered them falling from the sky with rain, which means microplastics are literally everywhere. They have been found in Arctic ice carried there by ocean currents, and even in honey, salt, and beer. Microplastics are in almost everything we consume. So in the environment, they are causing real damage. In farmland, microplastic mix into the soil and reduce its water-holding capacity. After a rainstorm, instead of nourishing the crops, water runs off and causing erosion and slower the growth. In rivers, microplastics settle into sediment and trap pollutants, disrupting the natural flow of nutrients. And even the most resilient ecosystems are being quietly changed. In the North Pacific, the Great Pacific Garbage Patch flows like a plastic island, blocking the sunlight and harming the marine life. In European rivers, microplastics are altering freshwater insect population, which affects birds and fish further up the food chain. Some species are directly affected. Take the ancient horseshoe crab, for example. These creatures have survived for hundreds of millions of years, whose blue blood is crucial for our medicine. In some coastal areas of China, juvenile horseshoe crabs exposed to microplastic have drastically lower survival rates. So even these living fossils are now under threat from the tiny plastic we produce. And then microplastic reach us. Fish consume them, and we eat those fish, we take in them as well. According to a research from Columbia University, each liter of plastic bottles contains 240,000 microplastic particles, which means drinking bottled waters daily for a week is equivalent to swallowing almost a bank card. So that's why I want to ask you that question, how many drinking that bottled water? And you can count how many bank cards have you eaten. Scientists have even found them in our blood, lungs, and placentas. They can affect our respiratory system, immune system, and endocrine system. It is as if plastic has rewritten the blueprint of our life. So when I thought about reducing the microplastic, I realized small action matter, but real change requires teamwork. So I formed and led a small team to explore solutions for everyday drinking water. Around that time, a biodegradable, plastic-free paper cup made from sugarcane pulp had been developed. Unlike other ordinary disposable cups, it has no plastic lining, which means no hidden microplastics. Because it's made from natural materials, it's bad for drinking within 2 days. And after that, it may start to leak. Although these cups exist, it hasn't been widely available. That's where our team stepped in. We designed and automated devices to make these cups practical for daily use, and it looks like this. It filters ordinary tap water to save healthy standard, stored dozens of cups, and with a simple scan. Ultimately, picks a cup, fills it, seals it, and delivers it to the user. I still remember when we first imaged how the device could work, thinking through every step from water filtration to sealing the cups. It feels like a small but meaningful step towards solving a global problem. So this project gives us the chance to explore how existing sustainable materials and simple technology could turn into something practical in daily life. Every cup used is one less plastic bottle in rivers and landfills. And when many people take that step, small action ripple outward, showing that even in everyday daily habits like drinking water, we can make choices that shape a cleaner and safer future. But sometimes someone may say, but I'm just one person. Yet history tells us change always begins with one person. These invisible invaders, microplastics, may seem unstoppable, but we are the only erasers. When millions of small choices align, they can redraw the future. So today I invited you to start with one small action. That is, refuse plastic bottles, bring your own cup, and pick up that piece of plastic on the street. Share the story of albatross not as a tragedy, but as a reminder that we still have the power to erase, to heal, to shape. Imagine a future where rivers no longer carry plastic, where wildlife thrive again, and where accessible water is safe and free of microplastic. That future is possible if we start today. Microplastic may be invisible, but our choices are not. Future is still in our hands if we dare to act, to care, and to believe that even the smallest gesture can shape the tomorrow. So that's the end of my speech. Thank you all for listening. Thank you so much for